of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to
Against
the
the
flag
flag
of the
of
United
United
States of America and to the
to the
republic
republic
for which it
for which
stands,
stands
one
one
nation under
under
God,
God,
indivisible,
indivisible,
with
with liberty and
justice
justice for all.
Thank you very much. Roll call, Steve.
All alderpersons are present except Alderperson Kohler, who is absent and excused.
Thank you very much. I don't believe we have a unanimous consent agenda here, so we'll go right to communications. Steve, did you have anything?
Nothing tonight.
Okay, thank you. Just in the mayor's report, I wanted to make sure that everybody understood why we are having this meeting. Again, we have some extraordinary circumstance and a major piece of equipment has gone down, and we have the opportunity to fill that void and save tens of thousands of tax dollars. But because there is a sale that is imminent that would not necessarily allow us to wait another week before we addressed it, it makes sense for this type of money to move forward. And Steve will go over that along with our Public Works Director, Daryl Krantz, and the City Administrator's report. But that's the primary reason we're doing this. And then, of course, we added to it because we have another spending item, what the state did to us in transportation aids. So we figured we'd address that as well. I will go over aldermanic requests just so I'll go down as I see the pictures here. We'll go in that order. So Dennis, do you have anything?
All good tonight, Mayor.
Okay, Rachel?
Nothing this evening.
Okay, Kyle?
Nothing tonight, Mayor.
Jeff?
Nothing tonight, Mayor.
And Joe Phillips?
Nothing tonight, Mayor. Thank you.
Do we have anybody else that I'm not seeing as far as a picture? Tony, sorry, Tony?
Wayne's here.
Oh, yes, Wayne. Thank you, Wayne. I got anything, Wayne?
Yeah, I think we all should thank Daryl Krantz and his painting crew for that quick work out in Western Hills. You know, our last meeting, we had a lot of residents that were worried about pedestrian crossings. And the next day, the next afternoon, Daryl and his painting crew were out there and put in all those nice pedestrian crossings. So Daryl, thanks for a good job and a quick job. That's the fastest we've reacted to a citizen complaint for a long time.
We had nice weather.
Yes.
Super. Tony? Okay, Tony, you got to unmute yourself when you talk. Okay,
Sorry,
one more
I
time.
thought I was unmuted. Nothing tonight.
Super, thank you. Rachel, did I ask you already? I'm sorry.
You asked me. I still have nothing.
Okay, and Doug? You can just shake your head, Doug, if you want. Connecting to audio. Okay.
Aren't these things fun?
Oh, I'll tell you, I pinch myself every day just thinking about it. Okay, Doug? You can hold up a sign that says yes or no. Can you hear me, Doug? Okay. Hey, Steve, can you call Doug?
Doug, can you hear anybody?
Okay. Doug. Maybe can you see that? I don't know if you can see. Doug. Can't hear you, Doug. Can't hear you. Okay, you want?
I'll make a motion to go back to Doug later in the program.
Mm-hmm. See if he can dial in. We can see in the picture if he could use his cell phone to dial in. But I'm going to assume, I will make the assumption that Doug doesn't have anything for the group right now. So obviously we're not doing any of the standing committee reports. We don't have any other ordinances. We have two very simple items on the agenda. The first one in the city administrator's report is the discussion and consideration of purchasing a 2018 International 7400 garbage truck with a cost of $82,500 and using fund balance. We do have the executive summary attached. And I don't know, Steve, if you want to take that or you want to hand it right to Daryl, what would you like to do?
Yeah, I'll let Daryl start with that.
Okay, thank you. Daryl?
First of all, good evening, everyone. Sorry about having you guys have to spend your Tuesday nights doing this, but unfortunately, our 2000 international dump truck, which
Took a
we
dump.
have not. Hello? Can you
I
hear
said
me?
it took a dump. Yeah, it's it's trying to be funny there, Daryl.
Oh, okay. Our 2000 dump truck, yeah, took a dump. We have had not many problems with this truck whatsoever. In the past, it's been running well. The parks use it all summer long with us for excessive garbage. We use it for all the community events, Maxwell Street days, everything. It is a necessity in the city. We use it for leaf pickup, and that's probably why I'm more in a hurry right now, because we're going to need a truck within the next 2 weeks, picking up leaves, curbside, and everything else. But a month ago, we ended up putting $3,000 worth of injectors in it, which I'm working on now to see if we can sell those outright on our own and try getting some of our money recouped. But 2 weeks ago, we checked the oil, and there's antifreeze in the oil. And long story short, to rebuild this engine would be close to $17,000. That's just throwing good money away. As a taxpayer myself, as a director, I can't see spending this kind of money on something that old. The second part of this is we've been talking about truck frames lately. This is a double frame truck also, with rust built up severely on the bottom of this. So even if we did check to fix this engine, I think in the long run, we're just still throwing even more money away by trying to fix even the frame later on. This truck isn't worth it. The city administrator, myself, did a lot of talking. Steve did a lot of emailing and checking with a lot of his administrative connections that he has to see if somebody had one for sale. If somebody had one we could borrow, lease, buy, but there's absolutely nothing out there. He actually did have a hit of one that burned up somewhere, and he took a picture of it and sent it back to him, but that's just not going to work for us. I spent hours on the computer, and I found one down in
Louisiana.
Louisiana, and it's exactly what we have. It's what I'm looking for. I don't want a bigger truck because we go through all the parks with it. We pick up, again, excessive garbage. It's the right size truck for us. It's a 2018 model. It's in beautiful shape. The company only used it for recycling cardboard, which means the thing is in probably better shape than we can imagine. I did some wheeling and dealing. They started at 88,000 for it, but to be delivered to our doorstep will be 82,500. I had Doug Pesh from Lakeside International, our truck dealer in Ellington, run the VIN numbers. He called the salespeople down there. They went over it for him. He gives it a thumbs up. He says, this is really a great truck. It's been in twice for warranty work, but it's only been the EGR valves. It's got a Cummins engine in it. We should get at least a minimum of 15 to 18 years on this truck. And then we'll take it out of a 2025 CIP. But I already told Steve I could find something else to put in that slot, and he told me no, but we'll work on him yet. But it's a good truck. They will deliver it. It should be here by Friday if we go ahead with this. And again, I did my homework. Steve helped. I talked to the mayor. I appreciate all the help from the Public Works Committee. I called them the other day and tried explaining a lot to them what's going on in this short notice. But again, like the mayor said, it's not going to be there long. It's a good price. It's exactly what we're looking for. I spent time looking at units that were 10 years old, but a lot of those trucks are already up to 200,000 miles. They get them, they use them, they abuse them, and they trade them in every 10 to 12 years. And I don't want to buy somebody else's problem. This does have 45,000 miles on it, but again, it still has a partial warranty left on it, the 3-year warranty. So I'm highly recommending we we go ahead with purchase of this truck, and I feel very confident in doing this.
That's my understanding. It's well, new on what is it, like $130, $135? So this is like
It's even more than that, probably about 145 to 150 for
Oh,
sure.
okay. So we're looking over $60,000 in savings, and this is still under warranty. So pretty fascinating. What I do is I'd look for a motion in a second if we want to move forward and then have questions. Alderperson Mixon.
I would move to approve this.
Move to approve with Alderperson Mixon, seconded by Alderperson Turchi. Okay, we're opening up for discussion. I think this is pretty much a no-brainer. If he says it's going to last for 18 years, I mean, the only one who's still going to be here is Alderperson Haggy, so we'll let him go first.
You got that right. Yes. Comment that I've got on it is that to fix up, first off, Daryl, you commented that we're replacing a dump truck. We're replacing a garbage truck, correct?
Yes, it is. I'm sorry, it's the garbage truck.
And that's fine because the garbage truck took a dump and not the dump truck. At any rate, we're spending 82,000, but you would have put approximately 22,000 into the old truck. So therefore, we're really going to be out about 60,000. And being that you were going to spend that in a few years anyway, we're not going to be out that money. It's just going to be spent judiciously. So that's my comment.
Okay, Alderperson Rusniak.
I say go for it. This sounds like a very good deal. And the fact that they can deliver it here by Friday, did you say Friday?
They're going to actually he's already got a hauler lined up. As I call tomorrow morning, they're going to truck it up here, a lowboy truck, and truck it up here. And it's about a 16-hour drive from here in a car, but they thought it'd be Friday afternoon, would possibly at the latest, probably Saturday morning. And they have my name and number and everything. I'll meet them down here.
Yeah, I think getting it out of
totally
out of Louisiana before the hurricane strikes is a good idea.
That's about it. But that's totally amazing to get it delivered that quickly. Sounds like a great deal. Sounds like a great truck. Another quick question. What do you do with the old garbage truck? Is there any scrap value to that thing?
I actually been in contact with a couple of scrappers already to see if it's worth. It's a Leach compactor in the back, and there are a few Rams, which might get us some money out of it. The engine's sitting on a pallet back here right now. The truck's going to be towed back from Lakeside to here by Williams, Ralph Williams Towing. I got to get it out of there. We'll put it on Wisconsin surplus auction. I'll see what I can get for it. I'm hoping 3,000 to 4,000 in scrap metal.
Say a couple grand.
I'm hoping maybe a little bit more if the Rams are good and stuff on it.
Super. Sounds good. Go for it.
Thank you. Alderperson Fulop, did you have your hand up?
Yeah. Daryl, did you mention there's a warranty and how long does it last and what does it take us to?
The main warranty now will still be on the drivetrain up to 6 years. And I talked to him about that. I'm also taking a look at, with my budget money this year, if we could do an extended warranty on this. A lot of my dump trucks, when I buy them brand new, I get the max warranty on them to see if we can be extended. The truck is bought from another international dealer down there. And I'm working with our international truck dealer up here, which is working real well. So I'm going to take a look to see what it costs would be about getting an extended warranty. The Cummins engine that's in this one is very reliable. But again, the last engine was very reliable too. I've had absolutely no problems with that truck until the last 4 months. So, I mean, knock on wood, we've gotten 20 very good years out of there. The only money I've stuck into that truck is service and basically tires. I've had no other problems with that truck.
Alrighty.
All right. Well, I'm for it as well. Thanks, Daryl.
Super. We have a motion and a second. Any other discussion?
Yeah, what color are we going to paint this thing?
Four.
Is this going to remain white?
It's white.
All the parts vehicles are white already, so they're already trying to claim this because it's a white truck, but
Okay.
it'll probably stay white. I can't see spending money on painting a truck, and again, it's a service vehicle for the city. If it'd be pink, I might think about it, but white is still a neutral color, and we'll probably still use it.
Just put a logo on it. That's it, right?
And that's what we're looking at. Yes.
An orange Hartford logo.
There you go. Okay. Any further discussion? Hopefully not. What I'd like you to do, if you would, we'll have you say it, but I also want to see a thumbs up in case somebody has forgot to unmute at the time or is voted. So all those in favor, Steve, I'll let you make sure that the vote signified by putting your thumbs up and saying aye.
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 I see a unanimous vote. Opposed, no. Thumbs down. Super. Motion carried. Second item under the city administrator's report is discussion and consideration of using fund balance to offset the loss of state funding for the 2021 operational budget. I did have a conversation with Steve. I saw that the transportation aids were down. He gave me the exact dollar amount, and I thought as long as we were looking at things from the fund balance, that we would add this in right away as well. I do not want to delay any project because we're getting good bids with the fact that there are a lot of people idle due to the pandemic that are more than willing to work. I want to take advantage of that, so I thought it foolish to put anything aside on Steve's to-do list because of this. So with that, I will give it to our city administrator.
So as the mayor said, we received the transportation aid sheet that we get from the state every year at this time. It came its way 2 weeks ago. Again, how we do the budget is we pull together the budget starting in June and then get it back from the rest of the group in July and August. We start putting it together and then finding out how it fits within the expenditure restraint and levy limit parameters. And then we go from there and anticipate that our state aids on a lot of these things are going to remain the same. We always hope that they go up because things are going up. An example, transportation aid. You'd think it's going up because the amount of miles that we now take care of is going up. And the cost that we put towards transportation is also going up. So those are the two factors that go into this. Unfortunately, those two numbers come together with percentage. And the percentage from the state has gone down by over a 1.5%. That reduced our transportation aid by $24,000. Our computer aid payment also had been recorded differently in the past. That is also going down, which will reflect a $25,000 loss in that. Expenditure restraint, which I talked about before, again, that says we have to make sure that our expenditures, total levy expenditures, remains within a certain percentage of growth plus 2%, or in sometimes 1.5%. But the payment that they're giving us has gone down repeatedly and is now down $10,600 from 2020. By the way, that's gone down over 30,000 in the last 5 years. So many communities are wondering, why do we even care about expenditure restraint? Let's explode that because we're not getting enough to hold it down. But then also our state shared revenue went down 2,000. Completely expected because state shared revenue has to do with how much they collect. And because of the COVID situation, we knew it was about to go down. So 2,000 wasn't horrible, but again, we'd love to have state shared revenue go up. Now, last year, you might remember, transportation aids actually went up. As a part of their biannual budget, the governor basically increased the amount that was going towards transportation. But again, based on their budget this year, they had to reduce that. So this is the reason that overall, we're looking at about $61,000 reduction in our overall revenues from just these 4 areas. You'll see when you see our operational budget that there are numerous areas in which our operational revenues went down to the tune of over $350,000. Meanwhile, our expenses, some of them are completely out of our control, went up over 150,000. So our total difference from 2020 to 2021 budget is over $500,000. So we were able to fix some of these potholes, we'll call them. But again, when we got this transportation aid, we knew that we were going to be short 24,000. So the situation is right now for us to have a balanced budget and also to fit under expenditure or levy limits it is, we need to pull $42,935 from our fund balance in our 2021 budget. Now, this is on top of what we were originally planning to pull from the fund balance for 2021. which was 216,021. That is our payouts for retirement. So for those who choose to retire in 2021, we have budgeted their allotted amount of payout that we are projecting. This is a new policy, call it a practice. After our most recent audit, our auditor reminded us that our fund balance is relatively heavy and suggested that we have a policy in place as to what to do with those funds. And so the first thing I looked at is taking a look at our payouts, which are going to be excessive over the next 5-10 years, as you saw in my State of the City address, as we have several people who will be retiring in the next 5 years.
Except for Daryl. Yeah.
So Daryl said he's going to stay on till that garbage truck is over with, so 18 years. So anyways, we normally do not ask for permission to take money out of the fund balance. It's part of the budget, and then you approve it a part of the budget. So tonight's a little different. We're just letting you know ahead of time that we are looking to budget $258,956 out of the fund balance for 2021. Now, with that, I do remind you that every year for the last several years, we have actually budgeted to take money out of the fund balance. However, the amount of money we actually take out after all said and done is greatly different than that, because our revenues come in higher, our expenses come in lower, and so we're not needing to. An example, and I sent you all a spreadsheet yesterday with those numbers. Last year, we expected to pull $70,000 out of fund balance. We actually put $407,000 into fund balance because, again, we had a better year than we anticipated. So while we're budgeting to take $258,000 out of fund balance in 2021, in all reality is we hope that we take out nothing. So any questions?
I have one.
Yeah, go ahead. Steve's got the floor, so Steve, I'll let you.
Go ahead, Rachel.
Okay, so I'm just going through these numbers in my head, and I think on our executive summary at the bottom, it says to offset a portion of the losses from state funding with $51,395. Is that now the $42,000 that you mentioned earlier? Is it changed?
Yeah,
Yeah,
this-
43.
I mean, I know
think
it
it runs up.
changes.
43.
Yeah, it has changed since the executive summary. We got another number back, made some changes to it. So it's now down to 42,935 on top of the 216,021.
Okay, that's all I need. Thank you.
Yep. Hold on. My screen just went smaller. There we go. Any other questions?
I think Wayne had one.
Wayne?
What's the current fund balance today?
Yeah. Now I'm going to probably lose you when I do this, but hold
Ballpark.
on.
5.6, isn't it?
Let me see here. Hold on. I just sent that. Does anyone have that sheet in front of them that I just sent out?
6.404.
Right. I've got that in front of me. 6.404175.
Right.
Yep.
That is
that's-
a high.
That's
today's
as of the
balance.
end of 19.
Yeah.
Right.
2019. Did you send a newer one than that, Steve?
Nope. That's the one I just sent out yesterday.
Okay. So 258,956 will hardly make a dent in this.
Correct. And that's, again, there's a lot of assumptions made. It's a very conservative number in the fact of everyone that we predict will retire in 2021 would have to retire, but I'm sure some people wouldn't want to retire because they got a new garbage truck.
That's right.
Yeah. I say go for it.
Any other questions? Yes, Joe.
So you take the money out, do we put it back in later, or we're just hedging the fact that we'll just leave it out and move forward and we're good just to offset this so we don't have to find the
No,
money off
never.
of taxes?
We budget for it, but we never actually take it out until the end of the year if we have to.
Got it. Okay.
So what I would ask for, because this is a discussion and consideration issue, is what was the dollar amount? 258,000, did you say, Steve?
Yeah, total all in 258,956.
Okay, so we're going to say not to exceed 259,000. How's that? I would look for a motion that we would authorize the administration to move ahead with the ability to take $259,000 worth of fund balance out to offset budgetary malaprops from the COVID-19 outbreak, as well as a state decrease in funding in certain areas.
I'll make a motion just for that.
Okay, Joe, full of motions. Wayne, second.
Second, right?
Okay, any further discussion? You understand what we're doing. It's authorizing the administration $259,000, no more than, to offset that. But as Steve mentioned, because numbers do tend to change because of what happens with incoming money, this would be at the end of the year to make sure that the budget balances. And there's a good possibility that we wouldn't need any of it, but we are giving that permission so we can move forward and not delay any projects that we currently have scheduled. Questions, comments? If not, all those in favor, thumbs up, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Thumbs down and a no. Motion carries unanimously. Thank you very much. And with that, folks, with this extraordinary meeting, Rachel to
I'd move to adjourn.
move to adjourn, second by Alderperson Turchi. For adjournment, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. We are adjourned. Thank you.